So today we're going to be funnel hacking this guy and showing how he was able to grow his software company Hyros to what I believe is a multi eight-figure valuation, and he's probably going to exit for millions upon millions of dollars over the next few years. So this guy's name is Alex Becker. I'm sure if you've clicked on this video, then you already know who this guy is. But he started in the internet marketing game a long time ago, one of the originals selling different info products and courses. I believe he had a drop shipping slash Shopify education company. He did that for the most part. He has a big YouTube channel. He grew his education business, I believe, mostly using YouTube ads. He was like one of the original OG YouTube people running ads to sell online courses, made a shit ton of money. He has since gone into the crypto space and the crypto gaming space, I believe. He's blown up over the past year or so as a crypto influencer on Twitter, on YouTube, but he also still runs his businesses. So he exited the info product business, or he just stopped selling it. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he also created a software company called Hyros, which is essentially a software company that helps you track more accurately with your ads. So with Facebook ads, YouTube ads, it actually tracks the attribution more accurately than it does natively inside of the ads manager. Anyway, I'm going to be showing and funnel hacking the funnel that allowed him to grow this company and probably exit, like I said, for a multi-eight-figure deal in the coming years. So there's nothing shocking around the actual funnel that he used. So the first funnel that he used, or really the only funnel that he's used, has been what we call a VSL / book or call funnel, right? So very, very simply, you run ads to a landing page. They opt into the landing page. They watch a short sales video. That video gets them to book in for a call. You get on the call, and then he or a team member, most likely, signed you as a client for Hyros. So this was, for the longest time, is advertising is slightly different right now, but for the longest time, this was his landing page, right? And it's a super simple landing page, but the copy is extremely strong. So I'll quickly just run through what it looks like here. So how print tracking training my ad pixel AI doubled conversions while cutting ad spend. So let's dissect this and then we can dive into the rest. So how print tracking training my ad pixel AI, right? Super curiosity based, little bit confusing intro to the headline. So it's there to pique curiosity. It's also there to kind of make you feel like you're missing out on something because you don't fully understand what he's talking about. Like no one really is going to read this and think print tracking training my ad pixel AI. Like he's obviously targeting people who are sophisticated, right? He's targeting people who have successful businesses. They're scaling their advertising spend, right? So they understand like what a pixel is, right? And they know what AI stands for, but they still don't fully understand the sentence. And because these are educated and successful individuals and they don't understand what print tracking training means, they're essentially going to be like, what does he mean by that? Like they're not going to be, they should know what this is, right? They're successful, they're in the industry, they're making money, they're scaling the ads, they know about pixels, but they've never heard of this. So now they're going to doubt themselves and be like, wow, what is this new shiny thing that I actually don't know, right? So that's why he's used a curiosity-based intro to the headline. And then doubled conversions while cutting ad spend, right? What does every online business owner want? They want more customers and more conversions, and they want to do it by spending less on ads, right? Some of the biggest pain points in the industry right now is that ad spend is becoming more expensive and people aren't getting the same amount of customers for the same amount of ad spend they were spending a couple of years ago. So he obviously knows his avatar extremely well. And yeah, he's obviously two main desires of his ideal audience is doubling conversions while cutting ad spend. And again, this isn't going to work to like a newbie audience, right? Because if you're new to the online marketing game, the intro sentence is going to be so confusing for you that you don't have a clue what he's talking about, so you're not going to opt in. Okay, you might know what doubled conversions is, but you might not have even had any conversions. And if you're a newbie, you're probably not spending money on ads. So again, he knows his avatar extremely well. These are obviously people who are already spending a lot of money on ads. Otherwise, he wouldn't have put this pain point in here. So it's important to understand that Becker is going after, again, a more successful audience, and you can tell in his copy that he's targeting those types of people. So intro / curiosity-based statement, big desire, and then a second big desire / touching on a fear here and a frustration that ad spend is getting more expensive. And then he's put, and finally unlocked 8-figure ad scale for my business. So again, if you're a new person, or even if you're making $5K a month, or even $100K a month, maybe $100K, but I'm finally unlocked 8-figure ad scale for my business. There's only a certain type of people that in their mind, they are looking to scale to 8 figures with ads, right? And it's not someone who's making 1K a month. It's not someone who's just starting out. It's not someone even making 10K a month, 20K a month. He's really going after the people who are doing 50, 100K, 200K, $500,000 a month, right? They're the people that are going to be incentivized by 8-figure scale. Someone who's just starting out, this is just going to be too big for them that they're just don't feel like it's possible, right? Their main struggle right now is getting a couple of clients, right? Getting a couple of customers. So you can't use, like, if you're marketing to a newbie audience, don't use huge figures like this thinking that it's going to work, because it's not, right? If you're marketing to a newer audience, you need to be like, and finally unlock the, 10K a month mark or something like that, right? Using huge numbers to a newbie audience or a less sophisticated audience isn't good. I see a lot of people like putting huge figures on their marketing and thinking it's going to attract like the beginner, but it's not. You need to do more realistic numbers. And another thing to note here is that sophisticated business owners are more motivated by gain than fear. And that's why in his subheadline, he has gone with another benefit / desire-driven subheadline rather than going in with fear. You can see the whole thing: double conversions, cut ad spend, unlock 8-figure scale. It's all very benefit-driven. And the reason why he's done that, again, is his sophisticated buyers are more motivated by gain than fear. So if he would have put here, and finally get rid of, tech overwhelm or something like that, or never have to spend money on ads again, or just something that is like fear-based, it wouldn't have worked as well. Because again, successful, sophisticated entrepreneurs, they understand the risks and they understand that they are able to overcome different problems that they face. So therefore, they're more motivated by gain. They've usually overcome like the little frustrations that the newer person would be frustrated by. So again, if you're marketing to a newbie audience here, you wouldn't the subheadline would be fear-based. It wouldn't be benefit-driven, because newbie people are more motivated by fear or frustration. So, and finally overcome the tech overwhelm, right? Or do all of this in less than, 2 hours a day, or do this in the evening whilst you're still working your day job. You want to overcome like fears around, tech overwhelm, stuff like that, as opposed to going with benefit-driven statements for the new person. But again, Becker here is targeting a more sophisticated buyer, so you can see a lot of his copy is benefit-driven. And then obviously he's got some things you will learn in the VSL. So super simple opt-in page. He doesn't do anything fancy. His Hyros website right now is pretty like developed, but for the sales funnel that he ran for the longest time was literally this. It was on a white background, very, very simple layout. It was basically all curiosity-based copy with massive desire / benefits driven. But again, a lot of this stuff in the bullets are curiosity-based. Like, he's not giving anything away. How I scaled my ads by accessing my true sales attribution data instead of guessing. How I cut wasted ad spend by 30% instantly by spotting and turning off hidden true loser ads once and for all. How I use this data to make my Pixel AI 3 times more effective than competitors at finding customers. You can see here in the last 2 bullet points, he's used very specific numbers. The fact he's not just put how I cut wasted ad spend by spotting and turning off hidden true losers. He's put a number. And because when you be specific with numbers in your copy, it makes it more realistic, right? So how I cut wasted ad spend by 30%, you're like, oh, wow, like this actually did happen because he's actually tracked it. I want to cut my ad spend by 30%. If he would have just put, I cut wasted ad spend, well, yeah, what is that? Is that 1%? Is it 5%? Is it 20%? Is it 50%? You don't know. But if you're more specific, it makes it more realistic and more powerful. And it's the same time here. How I use this data to make my Pixel AI 3 times more effective. Not more effective, 3 times more effective. So he's effectively telling you that he's going to 3x your income or 3x your results, essentially. So again, being very specific, but curiosity-based. Again, he's not giving anything away, telling you how he does anything. It's all benefit-driven, curiosity-based copy. And then it's just a simple opt-in. You click this button and you opt in with your name and email address. Now, this is his VSL or it was his original VSL for Hyros. Now, look, I don't want this video to go on too long, so it'd be impossible to dissect this whole VSL in this video, but I'll run over the main points. So he starts off, again, curiosity-based headline that matches the headline, not word for word, because he's probably split testing different stuff, but you can see how it's very congruent. How print tracking, training my ad pixel double conversions, how to use print tracking to unlock a whole level new of ad ROI. The important thing when someone goes from one page to another in your funnel is the congruency. This page should match up very much with this page. And the best way to do that is make sure that the copy is the same. Typically what we see, either the headline at the start of the VSL or the headline above the VSL, that should typically have the same headline of what they saw on the landing page. If you have a headline here, and then they go onto this page, they've got like a completely different headline, then there's going to be incongruency there. And that's going to make someone feel like, maybe I'm not in the right spot, and they exit out. If they have said on this page, yes, I want to learn about this headline, or I want to learn about the info in this headline, then put that headline above this video, because they've already said yes to the headline here. And then if you hit them with the headline again and be like, hey, learn this in this video, they're obviously going to watch it because they've already said yes. If you put a whole new headline there, then you can potentially turn them off by trying to present them something that they don't want. So congruency is really important. And then he starts off by jumping in to some huge results that he has experienced. So scaling his company very quickly to 900K a month, et cetera, et cetera. And then what he's done here is basically gone in and shown other people using his products with social proof. So he starts off saying, hey, I've done this myself, but I've not only used it to help myself, I've used it to help other people as well, right? So that's like the intro to get them hooked. Now, this is a bit different because he's using like a software, and he has a very strong promise. His promise is that he's going to save you money on your ad spend. So his VSL, he can be very direct, and because it's like a software, he can just kind of show you the before and after of using the software. So it's like basically essentially a mini case study. So he's basically saying if you use this software, it will show you where you are losing money on your ads, and it will show you more accurate data. Now, we all know you can't contest about the fact that if we have more accurate data, we can make better decisions and we'll probably make more money. So all he does is effectively, in this whole presentation, just do a before and after. You can see here, in the ad account, he's like, hey, this is before Hyros, and then this is after Hyros, right? And that's effectively all he does. And when you have like a super strong offer like that, and he also has a guarantee, he has like a 90-day guarantee where I don't know the exact wording, but guarantee that you'll become more profitable in your ads using our software in 90 days, or you will refund you, right? So when you have such a strong direct offer and you have a very clear case study, you don't need to start spending the whole VSL educating people, giving value and stuff like that. When you have a very clear offer and it's effectively done for you, right? Because it's a software, so he's built the software for you, you just plug it in and use it. When you've got like a done for you service like this that is very easy to show how it works on the screen, then that's all you literally need to do. And then you just give them the guarantee. And then he obviously goes into like, hey, you've got free options, blah, 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 which is a very common thing to say at the end of a VSL. You know, do it by yourself, continue struggling, build out the software yourself, or, you know, let me do it for you, right? And then he basically says, get on a call. I won't go to like, he does a very standard, if you're a good fit, this is what happens, this is who we work with, schedule your call. But the main point here is, if you have an agency or if you have a SaaS or something like this, you don't need to start educating people on, you know, the process. Like inside of here, he doesn't really need to start explaining how he built the software. He doesn't need to start explaining, you know, how it works. He just needs to show the results. At the same time, he doesn't need to explain to these people the value of knowing the data, right? He doesn't need to start explaining why data is good. Because again, his market is sophisticated and they already know that more accurate data leads to more money. So all you need to do in a VSL like this is, hey, this is our big promise. This is the results I've experienced. This is the results our clients have experienced. This is how it works. This is the case study. This is the result you can expect. This is our guarantee. Book in a call. That's literally all you need to do. That's like we've used it. We've worked with multiple different agencies in building out their VSLs. That's generally the flow. There is another video on this channel where I dissect the script for the VSL in more detail. But for the most part, that's literally all you need to do. Big promise. These are the results. This is a case study on how it works. This is what you can expect to achieve. Book a call. Very, very simple. Now, once you go to head a book a call, this was actually a different funnel he had for his coaching business, but at the time anyway, Hyros was using a very similar thing. So what Becker does is he basically tries to qualify them and just explain to them a bit more in detail what will happen on the call. So again, they're more indoctrinated and they are more qualified on what will happen before they book in. I personally don't think this is a super important part of the funnel. I don't think this is a make or break. But he essentially, before someone can just go ahead and book a call in the calendar, he puts the calendar towards the bottom. So at least someone will have to at least scroll and hopefully read the text before them booking in. Again, he's working with a particular type of business, so he doesn't want like newbie beginners who are just trying to make money online book in for a call. So he's putting a bit of friction here to try and qualify people. As you put like, before booking your call, make sure you read this, right? I usually only talk with businesses doing at least 50K a month, right? If you're brand new to business and don't have a business doing at least 5K a month, please do not book a call, right? So he's trying to qualify these people out especially because his initial audience, his info products, right, was teaching new people how to make money online. So his audience at the beginning, when he started Hyros, was beginner people, right, who were just trying to make money online. That is the opposite of the audience that he wants for Hyros. So he probably had to try and add more friction into his funnel to try and stop the new people booking in, right? And you could go ahead here and book a call, and then you would land on a page that looks like this. Now, he's basically said, hey, watch this quick video. And this video is pretty simple. He basically just explains there'll be no reschedules. You need to show up on time. You need to respect his time. You need to take the call from a quiet place. Pretty standard stuff. And then he basically slams them with social proof. And again, what he does, it would have looked nicer if he would made these screenshots smaller, if he would maybe have put them on a nice like square where they were all in a row, but he intentionally left them like this where they were big and kind of ugly, right? The reason why is because it takes someone so long now to scroll to the bottom of the testimonials. If he would have put them in a nice grid, you would have scrolled down once and you would have finished them. But because the scroll takes so long to go down, psychologically or even subconsciously in your mind, you're thinking, shit, there's a lot of testimonials here. Even if there isn't that many, stacking them on top of each other like this makes them feel like, oh my gosh, there's so many testimonials. So you don't even have to read the testimonials to get their power, because you're still looking at them and thinking, shit, there's a lot here. So that's like a tip. If you want to like stack testimonials on your page, yes, it doesn't look as nice to do this, but psychologically it works more because just you feel like there's a bigger volume of testimonials than there actually are because you stack them on top of each other. So that's like a little tip there. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Fairly simple funnel. This was just like another one he had going on. But this was like the confirmation page after they got on a call. Now, for his info product, Iron, I believe it's called, he had a slightly different process. So once someone booked in a call, he basically sent them emails. And he sent them a bonus training. The bonus training was called this, my 8-figure funnel breakdown. But what he does when he sends them the bonus training for attending the training, when he sends them the bonus for attending the VSL, he sends them this link. And this link actually has the VSL on it again. And at the bottom is a link to access the training. So he's trying to get as many people to watch this VSL as possible. Because some people might have just opted in just to get the free bonus training. And instead of just sending them a link directly to the bonus training and being like, hey, here it is, what he does instead is sends them a link that takes them to the VSL. And at the bottom, there is the link to the bonus training just to try and get more people to watch this video. And of course, there is a link to book in a strategy session. So that's the breakdown of the Hyros funnel. I think the main takeaways here is understanding your ideal customer and understanding what drives them and how sophisticated they are in terms of like how successful they are, what words do they understand, where are they on their journey in entrepreneurship, and then making sure that the messaging fits perfectly to that type of person. That's like the main part of his copywriting. And then when it comes to the offer, if you have such a direct offer like this, agency offer, SaaS business, something that's done for you, and especially if you've got a strong guarantee, if you've got those things and you've got results and you've got a guarantee, then you don't need to educate as much. Because if you've got a very strong, compelling offer and you can showcase very clearly how it works, you can give them basically a demo. If you can just give them a demo of something and show them how it works and show how it can benefit their business, and then you have a good guarantee tied to this, you don't need to sell, you don't need to do the value stuff. You literally just say, hey, this is the big promise. This is what it does. This is the benefits. This is the guarantee. Book in a call. And I think what you'll find is that his sales videos after this initial one will just get shorter and shorter because he'll just get more and more direct with his offer, the more results and the more social proof that he gains with this product. So yeah, that's the full breakdown. There's nothing crazy on the back end on how he gets people to show up for calls or anything like that. It's pretty much good copy, knowing his ideal customer, and just having a very good / direct offer.